Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lynk's League, where I'm in a league of my own. And in this episode, since it is the first episode and it's a pilot episode, and if you would like to see the series continued, please comment, like, or whatever. It doesn't really matter. As long as you tell me that you want Lynk's League to continue. Essentially, Lynk's League is my League of Legends Daily, is my I Suck at League of Legends, just a better fitting title. So, as you see, we're playing Twisted Treeline. I am Twisted Fate, and I am in the new skin, which we can see right here. And yeah, that's pretty much 90% of the new stuff that I've actually been able to obtain. Now, you're going to see a screenshot before I start talking of me, or at least the load-in screen. I have obtained all 4 honor ribbons, and the last one I obtained was friendly, I think. Doesn't matter, there we go. We are collapsing on Shen, there is Shen dead, and we have the Xin Zhao dying. But now Olaf coming after me, there's the true damage, but will the Yorick continue? No, he will not. As we branch off, and I will obtain first blood during that encounter. Anyway. So yes, I have the new skin, I have the new Twisted Fate, and it's on the new map, and it's a new season, essentially. I'm counting this as Season 3 of League of Legends, since I'm not going to get any more games in for my ELO. Okay, so Twisted Fate. We've had a lot of Twisted Fate gameplays, but this is not going to really focus on him. It's going to focus more on the new map, as we actually have Xin Zhao over here capturing the first altar, or at least waiting till 2 minutes, when it will open up and be capped. Now, as we can see for starting builds pretty much are boots and 1 normal starting item. So they really put an emphasis on you wanting to get in fights here. I'm going to focus the camera up here, and me and this Olaf, because, hey, why not? So, the meta on this is kind of broken right now. The bots are always 2 bots top and 1 bot bottom. And yet again here, it's 1 top, 2 bottom, like the old Twisted Treeline. Now, I'm not sure really if this is going to change over the course of the time, or if a competitive player changes it. That'll be interesting. And I'm also pinging right here for help, because he seems to keep dodging my cards, because I am throwing them at quite an inconvenient time for myself. But there is an encounter down bottom, as we see the Shen dying. Let's rewind to find that. What's the button again? Backspace. There we go. So we have Shen going in, and we will see him get picked up by the Xin Zhao and die by the Yorick. Now they are going after Morgana, but they choose not to follow for some odd reason, as the Yorick backs off into jungle and the Xin Zhao stays bot safe. But we do have Olaf on his way through the jungle, but being pinged by his team not to come help. The Yorick is going in after the Morgana, but is not doing much. We can go back to the Olaf, which is now by the Xin Zhao, and see that they are just holding their lane at a standstill. There is the Axe doing a little bit of damage and getting slow through. And yeah. I've actually been playing a lot of Olaf lately. Solo top Olaf, it seems viable, but I honestly like jungle Olaf better. Now, let's see. I am actually coming down right here with stacked deck on. And honestly, I have to say this is the competitive skin for Twisted Fate. Why do I say that? Because it has the most cheap effects, to say the least. These cards are half transparent, so during a team fight or during a small skirmish, it's harder to see them. Also, when he throws his cards, if you have your settings on anything lower than very high, they don't leave a trailing version of the card behind, so they look like they're flipping and whirling, and it's actually hard to keep your eye on it. I've actually seen this with a couple of my friends that have decent elos. One has 1400, one has 1600. They seem to have issues when I told them to turn it down. So yeah, that's actually really cool. And what else do we have going on with this skin? That's essentially it with this skin that makes it so good. Anyway, there's not really much happening, so let's speed this up just 1 click. And see, nothing is really happening. So I am farming quite well. We have Xin Zhao farming the jungle, and Yorick coming back to life. Actually, no, he did return. We have a Shen. Let's just look at the builds. We have Shen with Ninja Tabbies. We have Morgana with a Doran's Ring. We have Olaf with a Health Crystal. Me with double Dorans and Amp Tome and Boots. Oh, was I going in? No, he's running away. And we have the Xin Zhao over here with what looks like a Vampiric Scepter, Berserker Boots, or Berserker Greaves, and the... Oh, hold on, we have a fight coming in. There's a Xin Zhao collapsing in on the Morgana. Will he get her? She does get the knockup, and they are finished. Now they're going after the Shen. Shen is getting away. Do I have my ulti? I do not have my ulti, but we do have an Olaf getting caught out of position and getting destroyed by the team. There's a stun card. Now we are going after Shen, and will he be able to escape? Yes, he will. Am I trying to continue? Yes, I missed, but I do hit with my Q. As he is going to wait to return, we will see. And here is me trying to get another CC card out on him. I do manage to get the red card out and land my wild cards yet again. And he is now relieved with the Morgana. As the Xin Zhao is... Where is it? Xin Zhao... Sorry, Xin Zhao is actually taking the altar. Now the altars are actually quite a big deal. I mean, can I show up the buff? We have the buff. There it is. Essentially, if you have a Twisted Fate on your team, the other team's going to have a really bad time CSing. I mean, oh, here we go. Here's Olaf coming after me. Me trying my hardest to get out. I double back, land my slow card so Yorick can come in. There's all the damage. Xin Zhao's trying to stay on him, and will they get the kill? Yorick does get the kill with a basic attack, and Shen is not caring, apparently. Now, for those of you who don't follow my channel a lot, well, essentially what I'm going to say right here is, yeah, there's not much to say, except this was recorded on my laptop I went and bought, so I could record, or play League. I can't play League on my big rig, I can only record it. Like, I can only record League. I have a feeling it's with something with the client, but I'm not sure. I also have a secondary idea, which I'm gonna try after recording this video and the next video. I'm gonna be stacking these all in bulk because college yet again is a thing. We are at our 7th week, and I'm very happy. I'm doing well in my classes, and I really need a vlog or something, but I can't think of a catchy name for one. And don't even try to put one in the comments because this video you're probably gonna get actually probably tonight or tomorrow. These are gonna be more staggered, if anything. Anyway, there's the ping-in or caution by the Xin Zhao, as we do not know where Morgana is. Now we're on directed camera, and we see Morgana's actually sitting up here and about to go after the Yorick. There is the catch. There's the stun. Yorick causes his ulti to pop. Goes in. There's the Xin Zhao. There's the ulti from the Xin Zhao. There's my ulti. Will I be able to get in there? Yes, I will. Hit Morgana with the wrong card. She does manage to get away almost unscathed. But it is her versus 3. Will she try to keep this turret? She is low. Here is me being a complete dumbass and walking next to the turret and taking a couple shots. Nope, there's 3. And that is that. Now, if you can't already tell, this game is going to essentially be a roll. Now, let's go back to my camera. Or Xin Zhao's camera, one or the other. There's Olaf coming back with the Morgana. And we have Yorick doing nothing, and we have the Xin Zhao about ready. Goes in, hits the Morgana once, gets the kill, and he crits the tank minion to be done with that lane. Now, with not much to talk about, let's turn directed camera on. Speed up by 2 clicks. There we go. Let's go for 2 more clicks for 2 more seconds. And see what we can get. Because there's not much action in 3v3s. It seems like it is when you're actually playing it, but when you're spectating, it's really not. There's the snare by the Morgana. Will she be able to land her ult, which is not up, but Tormented Soil, she did manage to get a couple ticks off on that. Xin Zhao is going to stay back and heal up a little bit as they all collapse in on Yorick. There is the snare on the Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao is being destroyed by the Olaf. There is the kill and the shutdown by Morgana. I am now in the bushes. I land my stun card on the Olaf, managing to kill him and get away with 7 health. It was actually 6. managed to get away with 6 health. Now we have the Yorick in here like a boss, killing the Shen, getting locked up by Morgana, and will he get the double? He did get the double. That was a great kill by Yorick. Now, let's see. How did I actually manage to get out of there with that much health? One more time. So we have the team fight. Here's me running in. Xin Zhao is about to get destroyed, and now they are going after the Yorick, which I do manage to stun the main damage and get him destroyed. What hit me? Because I heard an ignite go off, and he didn't get the ignite. What did hit me? I'm wondering this now. Let's go back just a little bit. There's a shutdown on the Xin Zhao. And so there's the thunderclap, or as I call it. There's one basic. There's a second basic by Olaf. The ignite was on Olaf. Okay, I think it was my ignite. It was my ignite. And then there's the snap from her ulti. And that's that. So by the end of the skirmish, we do remember the double kill, and he goes to capture the... Actually, no, he just stands there for safety, apparently. That is an ace, by the way. Now, let's look at some of the builds, after we will see them all respawn and buy. Shen has tabbies, Dorans, a health crystal, and cloth. Morgana has needlessly large, sorcerer boots, and she has a Doran's ring. The Olaf is going for more armor pen, as his ulti does give a small amount. He is going with the Brutalizer and the Heart of Gold, looking for the mace. We have our Yorick over here with one of the really cool items from Twisted Treeline, the Blade of the Ruined King. Really great item. He's stacking double Dorans with a Health Crystal and Boots of Swiftness, or Boots 3. Although we do have Xin Zhao in here killing the Morgana with me, and he will get the kill on the Olaf. But before we see what happens after that, let's go back a little bit so we can see the fight unfold. So here we go, we come in with a stun card, and the Morgana is caught with the stun card. There's the knockup from the Xin Zhao, now he's going after the Olaf. Let's focus the camera on Xin for now. There's the Shen ulti coming in, and what will we see? The Xin Zhao does charge in, I land a stun card, land my combo, and Yorick under the tower, destroying him. Why are we not following him? There's the slow yet again, there's my ulti getting in front of him, just in case he has enough energy to dash. And I think that is when we take a turret. It must be when we take a turret. So Xin Zhao's build is Berserker Greaves, Phage, a Vampiric Scepter, Dagger, and BF Sword, as he is up here actually capturing the altar. My build is quite unorthodox at the moment, and I'm not sure how much gold I'm holding on to. I'm holding on to 1.4k. We'll actually see my build evolve just a slight amount. Now, the build I use for Twisted Fate on this map is interesting, since a Rabadon's is not built like a Rabadon's. I essentially go with Dorans and Boots as my starting items. Then I branch off into a Kage's or Cage's Lucky Pick. I've heard people call it either. I'm going to just continue to call it Cage's. Cage's Lucky Pick with a Sapphire Crystal. Sapphire, no, sorry, that's Ruby. That's a Ruby Crystal. Now, I do this with Sorcerer's Shoes for the spell pen, and I keep the Lucky Pick as long as I can for the extra gold. By this time, I did check. I had around 200 gold generated from the pick, and I am going back to buy. So let's see what I buy. I buy Needlessly Large, and I think that's about it for that shop. It is. What I try to build, essentially, is I want that pick, I want the catalyst, I want the boots, and I want the Needlessly Large. The reason I get the catalyst and the pick is because combining those will give you that torch, will give you the torch, I forget the name. Essentially, it has a Victor E, like the augment. It has that on it, and that's actually interesting, to say the least. It causes a burning effect to their max health after a certain hit, which gives me, yet again, more DPS as Twisted Fate. After I get that, I normally try for the Wooglets, or Wagools, which is the Rabadons. And, hold on, we have a fight here. There's a Morgana getting in, landing the stun, and the Olaf getting clap stun. There's the slow, but he's not being able to slay able to, but there's too much damage and too much, I want to say, gap closers. There we go. Too many gap closers for them to actually do anything. Now, Xin Zhao just walked past the Shen, so let's just wait a second. There's the ulti for me popping up. What do? I ping it about 4 times to make sure everyone knows. I come in there with a stun card, land the stun card, get my combo off, and he taunts me when he runs toward the Xin Zhao. Will he be able to get away? There's the knockup. There's a slow card. Yet again, another card's being thrown, and there's the kill with a crit as the Yorick takes a tower. Let's go back to directed camera. So with the build, I do that, and I get the ghouls. I normally keep the double Dorans for as long as I can possibly keep them, because they're great items. Oh, there's the ulti from the Morgana, and does she manage to get away from the Yorick as he is destroying her? There's a couple ghouls, and there is the laser. They need something that defies where the laser is, because there's so many kills I've given up because I don't want to step on anything past this first step. Like, I'm kind of afraid, like, I really want to know where it actually starts hitting you, because I've seen people getting hit right here, I've seen people getting hit right here. It's just really weird. We're actually at their turret right now, about to get the kill. There's the stun card on the Shen as I am taking the inhibitor. So, let's just focus the camera on me for the rest of the time, because there's not much going on. I get that, I get the torch, I get the ghouls, I get the eyeball, which allows me to have extra vision in case I want to get in a nice fight. And that's all that really is. Now, other items I'll get later. I'll get my Sheen and my Zeal, or my Lichbane later, because I just feel like those are great options, especially when you have that much ability power. Really gives you that pushing power and that extra damage when you need it. Now, that was a great game. So, if you enjoyed the content provided, leave a like. You want to stay current, subscribe. If you think Link's League should continue, please leave a comment below. And I will talk to you all later.